Hello, welcome. We are back with week 4, episode 5 of the PRFFFLMP2. And it's your
Yep,
hosts,
nice.
Trevor
Sam, what's up, everybody?
and we are here with a very special guest, one man that we all know, he knows ball. It's Mitch.
Hi.
What's
Hello.
up, Mitch? Mitchell,
Hi.
thanks for joining us. How does it feel to be a guest on the most consistent podcast in Party Room history?
It's fantastic. I was thrilled to be a guest in the
All right,
first
that's great to
season.
hear. Let's get right to it. We don't have any time to waste.
All right, we're going to share my screen. And we're gonna do this one. I think this is the button that does it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Excelente. Well, we're gonna dive right in because we've already used up at least like 6 minutes of our time. Just start at the top and work our way down.
Let's do it.
All right. Um, well, this was one of the marquee matchups for the week with I mean, I was projected to take a dub
Uh, uh,
against Josiah. We were
yep.
both 3-0. However, one of us ended up losing and the other one did not. Unfortunately, I was the other one in this case. Now, Sam,
Yeah.
tell me what you think's wrong with my team.
What do I think is wrong with your team? Well, for one, Marcus Mariota, although he actually did pretty good.
Yeah,
Um, So, you don't really have anything wrong with your team per se. I just think, Josiah just had a good week. Ricky Pearsall didn't do a whole lot for you. Neither did Brock Bowers. But, Brock Bowers, you usually think he's going to get something for you. Um, Overall, I mean, like, I don't dislike what your team did this week. They just didn't do quite enough.
yeah, yeah. What do you think there, Mitch?
I agree with Sam. I'm overall looking at your team. I don't think there was really any problem with your team. I just feel like I agree with Sam. I think that Parasol guy, he uh he just sucked it up.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, you got those 49ers are dealing with all sorts of injuries.
they are. Yeah, when I mean, you look at Josiah here, and I mean, he did have a handful of players kind of pop off, right? His kicker went
Mm-hmm.
kind of wild. Marion Hampton went off, and then
Went
Carson
nuts.
Wentz went off. And beyond that, I mean, that just really looks like the difference maker to me that he had three guys that did well above projections, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, he had two guys scoring, 20 plus, and then his kicker getting him 16.
yeah, yep,
And
it's a
yeah,
tough one.
so that's going to be tough to beat on
Yeah.
any given week. What do you think about your team this week, Trevor?
I think it was fine. I mean, I think I'm gonna win a lot of games putting up 109 points, right?
Hmm.
But it wasn't my week. And then realistically, to be honest, right, Brock Bowers had a really disappointing season so far. I mean, these are
Yeah.
numbers that for a normal tight end you would be pretty happy with. But Brock Bowers, we've kind of known that he's better than that, right? And he just,
Hmm.
I mean, he's been on this kind of 4 or 5 catch train with no touchdowns, and it's kind of tough to keep up.
Yeah, that's what you get when you have Geno Smith
That's
throwing the
right.
ball, and especially when you have
Unfortunate.
Ashton Genty running
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yep. And then on the
But
bench, right, we all had some points left behind, right? Khalil
mhm.
Shakir, obviously, RJ Harvey. I mean, Justin Fields went crazy, right? Or Brock Purdy had a decent game. Goddard scored 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
well, things could have been different,
Josiah.
but I think I always am coming out with an L this week,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Now Mitchell Josiah's running with a three. He's running with three quarterbacks. What do you think about that strategy?
I mean, I respect it. I mean, if I mean, I don't know if quarterbacks are the most likely to get hurt, but it's good that he has some depth there.
It's
Yeah,
true. Some quarterbacking depth is never something you're upset about.
yeah. I mean, when Brock Purdy and Justin Fields both have been hurt this year, so
That's right.
you
Well,
gotta you gotta have that depth.
let's move on to this next one. This is you, Sam. Here we got the oddballs and the
Yeah.
Hellywoods.
Yeah, this is probably my best week so far. I
Yeah, I
think. Um,
think that's
I don't
probably
actually know if
true.
that's true based on point totals, but you know, people talk about Mahomes not being a good fantasy quarterback. He's been pretty good
He
this year, if
has,
you think
yeah,
about
he's had
it.
a decent season, right? I
Um,
mean, I think he's yeah, I
he's
mean,
top
he's the
10.
number three ranked fantasy quarterback.
Yeah,
I do think though it's
yeah,
this season he's had to maybe use his legs a little bit more than he has in the past. Uh,
yeah. I mean, those first 2 weeks were really carried by his carries, if you will.
yeah,
Um, Last week wasn't great, but then this week, you know, those touchdown passes against a terrible Baltimore defense really
yeah,
helped him out.
yeah.
Um, but then, you know, my favorite player, George Pickens, you know,
Hmm.
um, George Pickens went crazy this
He
week. I
did in
mean,
fact go crazy.
in a tie game, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Mitchell, what's your opinion on the NFL like allowing ties to happen?
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
I don't I don't care if we go into 13 overtimes. That shouldn't be allowed.
13
You
overtimes?
heard it
That's a
here
Yeah.
lot.
first. I will
Yeah.
say, I would much rather see them do it like they do in college and just do it shootout
Yeah.
style. I think shootout style is way more entertaining, and you don't when it finishes, you're like, wow, that was exciting. Instead of when it finishes, it's like, wow, they made a 35-yard field goal to tie the game, and now it's over, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I think my team, you know, overall, you know, my top three players, Mahomes, Jefferson, Pickens, they went crazy.
yeah,
Um, Everybody else is just kind of, you know, average.
yeah,
Nobody did really that bad, but
yeah. Agreed.
um, you know,
But
then you
hey,
look at Zach's team. Drake
it was
May's putting up a pretty good year.
yeah, I mean, it was a good week for Zach's team, right? I mean, Ashton
Hmm.
Genty went crazy, Drake May's doing well, Garrett Wilson had a good game.
Hmm.
And it would have been even
Brian
better
Thomas Jr.
if that
That's
touchdown
probably
hadn't
like
been
one of his
called
better
back.
games. Who had a touchdown called back?
Garrett Wilson, that often offensive pass interference they said he pushed off. It
Oh,
was
okay, yeah,
it
that
was
was
one of
it.
the weaker flags of the week, I'll tell you that.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, I think Brian Thomas Jr. had a good game. You know, at least for what he's done
Yeah.
so far this year.
Yeah.
Really rough for Zach having Tyrone Tracy Jr. in his lineup there, getting him 0
Mhm.
points.
Did he
Uh,
get injured during, or was he just out to
No.
begin with?
It was
he
a
was
last
out.
second thing though, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh,
he was out
Zach
to start
also
with.
has somebody who's suspended. Ah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
He
Rashid
does,
Rice
yeah.
will come back, but
But yeah, it's not helping him out much right
not for
now. But
now.
um, you know, Zach could have started tooting there. You know, he could have passed some gas, but he
Yeah.
passed on the gas.
Yeah, and it wouldn't
Um,
have made a real
it
difference,
wouldn't have
right?
made a difference.
no.
So,
Yep.
thanks for the
Uh,
win, Zach.
yeah.
Ooh.
You know,
All right.
my bench was pretty awful too. So,
Yeah. Next up, we got Matthew Stice with the Green Force Fighters in first place, and the Scatterers Paul in 13th place, which is arguably last beyond the golden, the Dew Monster himself.
Vampire Dewey. Yep.
Um, yeah, I mean, it really was. It was a good week for Matt. It wasn't a great week for Matt, and Paul's team just kind of underperformed. I think the big glaring weakness here is Mr. Jamar Chase.
Hmm.
Now, Jamar Chase has had a relatively weak showing for
Yeah.
someone that's
Wow.
traditionally been kind of the number one overall fantasy pick.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a lot of factors that go into play with that. Namely, one big factor, but that's unfortunate. You know, you go into the season thinking that the Bengals are going to be a pretty good offensive team for fantasy,
Yeah.
and then they're just, you know, one player goes down and they're not good anymore.
I've never thought of the Bengals as a good team in general. So,
Well, it's not that they're a good team; it's just that they're a good offensive team, but
mm,
they're not a good anything else team.
They're definitely
So
not a good anything else team. I can
yeah,
confirm that one. And then yeah,
yeah,
I mean Matt's team, Baker had a decent game. Amon Ra had a great game. Now Amon Ra has really had a pretty fantastic week one was
Mhm.
slow, but I mean he's
Six
had
touchdowns on the year already. That's crazy.
yeah, he's leading
He's
the
got to
league
be.
right now. Yeah.
Is he leading the league? I was about to
Yeah,
say.
he is. At this point, he's averaging like 1.5 touchdowns a game.
Hmm.
And he'll win some awards if he continues to average 1.5 touchdowns a game.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
Wow.
so
Yeah, I mean, that's on track to do like 20 some odd touchdowns a year. That'd be pretty good.
yeah. Well, and even I mean, on his current pace, right? We're a quarter of the way through the season. He's on pace for over 100 catches, and like 1,200 yards, and
Hmm.
like you said, like 24 touchdowns. Granted,
Yeah.
I mean that doesn't seem sustainable, but who's to say?
He'll probably get a lot of that next week against the Bengals. He'll probably
Yeah,
get like
that's
seven
fair.
touchdowns.
Yeah, if he can have a good 3 touchdown performance next week with another 200 yards, that'll kind of help him coast for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
What else? What else we got over here?
Uh,
Mitchell, hop in anytime you got something. Don't wait for us to throw it to you.
oh no, I was just making sure that I didn't play Matt next week.
Let's see. Um, yeah, no, Matt's got a good team. You know, Debo Samuel's been a really good. He's having a really good year. Kyle Pitts, how about that? 15 and a half points
Kyle Pitts,
for the Pit Monster, the Pit
the,
Stain.
the pit
Um,
stain himself.
yeah, but
How do you get a defense with 11 points? Good lord.
Well,
because
you
they're
play the
playing the
Carolina
Panthers.
Panthers. That's how.
Oh,
That's enough. One
gotcha.
return touchdown, one sack. They didn't allow a ton of points. So yeah, that's how you
Tough
do it.
break. Yep.
Um,
On the
yeah,
bench.
poor Paul. Defending champion, starting off 0-4.
Yeah,
Just
and
nothing on his bench.
I will say that's going to be tough to come back from.
Yeah. And you look at half his bench. Half his bench is hurt. Ayuk,
Yeah.
Benson, McCarthy.
Wow.
Benson's going on the IR. Juwan Jennings isn't having a great year.
Yeah.
And then you got
Like
Matt's bench. You got nobody beats Goff.
nobody beats Goff. And then Stephon Diggs is, I guess, doing stuff again. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'd be skeptical to play Stephon Diggs, but I mean, he had a good week.
Yeah. You just have to remember it was against the
The
Panthers.
Panthers. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Next up, we got
All
Levi
right.
and
No, this is Mitchell and
oh,
Aaron.
did I miss it?
The Levi
Oh, the D
Bros.
Levi. Yes, that's right. That's Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell, tell us
Mitchell.
tell us a
Yeah,
little bit
go for
about
it.
your week.
My week was going really well. And then I got to a point where uh what was it? Like a point 10 points or something separated us with 0
Hmm.
minutes in the game. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well, it's over. And I
yeah,
was really upset by that because for the first time in 2 weeks, my team actually did something with their lives.
right.
And I was really upset that I lost. And then I found out about 20 minutes later that the game was indeed not over.
Mm.
And I ended up winning. So,
Yeah, those overtime yards will come back to haunt, in a close fantasy matchup.
Yep.
You had Javante Williams out there getting like 2 extra rushing yards to put you over the top.
yeah.
And that's I gotta say for Aaron, from Aaron's perspective, that's a rough way to lose. Back to back weeks, the fumble from Derrick Henry, and then the Cowboys game going into overtime.
Yeah.
Just dumb luck for Aaron. But you know what, Mitchell, you can't apologize for winning
Can't
in
apologize
fantasy.
for winning, I'll tell you that.
I'm
What?
not going to apologize, but I did
Yeah.
concede to Aaron. And I said, congratulations for the win.
So what? So you've had a very public feud with Josh Allen. So
Yes.
what are some of the conversations you've been having with him? And kind of where's that relationship standing at right now?
Uh, we're very lukewarm right now.
Hmm.
He did great, and then I don't know what the stats were for the last 2 games, but they were not good. Um, and it made me really rekindle my thought of I don't know about you, but
So look
I
at Josh Allen's stats here.
I listened to you,
Yeah.
Sam.
I'm pulling up.
You said just trust him, and I trusted him.
No, I was telling you to drop him.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that second week wasn't great, but I mean last week
Okay,
26
so
be good.
That last week, okay, maybe I'm just being too hard on him. He did great that last week. It was just the rest of my
Hey,
team that didn't
hey,
do
what's
anything.
that? What's that number above the word rank there?
So that means that he's the number one fantasy football scoring player on the
Yeah,
season currently. He has scored more points than anyone else.
yeah. So Mitchell, if you can't be satisfied with that, then I don't know what to tell you. But
Mitchell, if you can't be satisfied with that, I'm more than happy to trade you Marcus Mariota.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that'd be a good trade for
yeah,
Trevor.
for
Uh,
someone.
Well, you know what? There's a Vampire Dewey game coming up,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, be
so
careful.
Josh Allen's probably a good look for that Uncle Dewey
Yeah.
yeah.
Vampire Dewey
Um,
game.
Drake London had an awesome game. That was Drake London's best game of the
Best game
year.
of the year. Yeah,
I think you'll see more of that from Drake London going forward.
yeah.
Not
Um,
next week.
Not next
no,
week.
but Maserati Marv,
Uh,
yeah, he got a touchdown.
what's his stat line there? One touchdown, six catches. Sure, we'll give him. We'll
Yeah,
for just for the bit, we'll give him Maserati Marv. Now,
yeah,
granted, he did. If I'm not mistaken, he did have a costly interception that maybe made his team lose the game.
yeah.
He
So
uh,
well,
he bobbled a catch that then got picked off, and
yeah,
yeah. But hey, who am I to judge? Now what about your Chuba Hubbard over here?
yeah.
Um,
How's that doing?
he, so he's actually the person that is giving me headaches because he's
Your
doing
Chuba Hubbard's
great.
giving you headaches. You should get
He's
that checked out.
he's doing fine, but I think definitely this week and last week. I don't remember the second week or not. He has been questionable
Mm,
heading he goes to healthy like right before
Mhm.
yeah.
like an hour before game time.
You hate
So
to see your Chuba Hubbard be in a game time decision.
Yeah,
and
You want to know Chuba Hubbard's good to go well before he's needed.
so he was
yeah.
questionable week 3 this week, and he's now questionable again.
I really don't
So
like it. Yeah, I'm not a fan when my Chuba Hubbard's questionable. I mean, I like to know what I'm getting out of it.
Right. That's right.
But I think
Um,
he's a little dry this week.
yeah,
But
definitely running dry there. Now, I do
yeah,
want to point out here on Aaron's team because you remember that your pick was Mitch to win the league, and my pick was Aaron to win the league,
hmm
and neither of us look to be in a great spot currently.
no, not right
But
now.
look at Derrick Henry. Do we have concerns about Derrick Henry this season?
I think we have. I think we have to.
Yeah. I mean, after
I
week
mean,
one, obviously everyone thought he's back to Derrick Henry, but
yeah,
since week one, I mean,
and now with Lamar Jackson maybe being out for who
yeah,
knows how long, I mean that could impact him. So
yeah,
yeah, but I mean, Aaron had a good week. I mean, it was a matter of a couple, like a yard or two, right, for that
right.
decided the game.
It was very close. Yeah,
I think Aaron's really. I mean, Aaron could easily be 3-1 right now, right? I
he
mean,
certainly could. Yeah,
so I mean, it could go either way. That's sometimes the cookie just doesn't crumble the right way.
sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. But
And then on the
really good
bench,
weeks for both of these teams.
yeah,
Good, well, a lot of stuff on the bench there.
got Indiana
Romeo
Jones.
Dubs.
Romeo Dobbs is a tough one to see on your bench in a close loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also you got, I don't know, I guess
Michael
not Michael
Penis.
Penix.
No, Penix. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Um,
Here's a fun fact for you. The Atlanta Falcons in the last 25 years, they've had two left-handed black quarterbacks whose last name is one letter difference from a phallic word.
yeah, that is an
Just
interesting
throwing that
stat.
out there.
hmm.
Um,
Now, which one would you say has a better legacy so far?
uh, Probably Michael Vick.
Which one would you let dog sit for you?
Probably Michael Penix.
Fair enough.
Mitchell,
All
I
right.
also had to say I respect you having Jerry Judy on your roster. I love that
Yeah.
you're just going with it.
Jerry Judy will come off the bench next week, and I'm excited to see if he lives up to the name.
And by that,
That's a big name to live up
what,
to.
yeah. Do you have high hopes for him
No.
No, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
He,
But hey, that's living up to the name, right?
I know.
Uh,
Sorry.
next up, we have Josiah and Cody.
That
Now,
was
Cody's
Andrew and
team
Cody.
popped off, right?
This is Andrew and Cody.
Andrew, yeah, that's Andrew. I just am getting confused. I keep looking at everyone's
Yeah.
names,
Well,
and
you see the word best, and you don't think Andrew,
that's right.
so
That's
that
right.
makes sense.
It's definitely not because I looked at this picture of Josiah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Dak
Cody's
popped
going
off.
crazy.
Bucky Irving, but Ducky Bucky.
Wow.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, mainly it was that, and then nobody really underperformed, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Travis Kelsey's, doing okay this year, I guess. JSN had a pretty decent game.
yeah. Well, he's one of the leading wide receivers on the season right now, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's been really consistent.
Yeah.
Tough loss with Tyreek Hill though
Yeah, yeah,
for
that is a rough pill to
Cody.
swallow. I mean,
Because you
can
got
he feel that? You put a Michael
yeah
Pittman, you probably don't
Pittman.
hate that.
Yeah. Um, wow, Pittman's actually pretty good this year. How
Yeah.
about that?
Not
Um,
not that big
I
of a
think Cody will
loss.
be all right.
I think he's gonna survive, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Unlike
Um,
Tyreek's ankle,
or his
ooh,
knee. Yeah, that was
his knee. Yeah.
that
it was
thing.
kind
Do
of
you see that?
cool that like
Mitchell,
usually you
Mitchell, search the Tyreek Hill injury video and just let's just get your live reaction as we're going
I
through
haven't
here.
seen it. I heard about it. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah. Just look up a video of it. We'll get your live reaction here while we talk.
Tyreek
Um,
Hill injury. Oh, it's
speaking
a
of
hot video.
speaking of injuries, Lamar Jackson. That's a tough loss for Andrew.
yeah.
It's a little up in the air how long he's going to be out. Some he didn't practice today, so he might be out the rest of this week. There's some saying that he could be out for a few weeks.
Let's see.
I don't know, but that'd be a big loss for Andrew.
It would.
Um, Saquon Barkley had a decent game. Not a good game from Jerome Ford. -1 rushing yards against the Great Lions defense. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him, right? The Lions defense is pretty relentless.
yeah. Xavier Worthy, really good, opening game for him.
Oh,
I think he's Ford, Mooney, Buffalo defense, Lamar Jackson just underperformed and it did Andrew in.
That's the way it is sometimes.
look at that.
Mitchell, are you laughing at this injury?
I am.
Why? That's that's a pretty gruesome injury.
It's just I've seen ankles and legs break that have looked really bad. This is I can't this he just looks like Gumby. It's so elegant. It just like it just kind of looked like it was supposed to go that way.
Well, it
Like
definitely
Okay.
was bent at a 90-degree angle like a knee is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was
It just
like
went the other way.
the
his
90
his,
degrees sideways, not straight on.
did his
Yeah.
bone come out of the leg? Because it looks like it may have.
We didn't see a picture. I mean, I don't know. It could
Yeah.
have. I don't think so. Because they didn't say it was a compound fracture. They said it was a dislocated knee and then he tore all the ligaments in his knee.
Yeah. Trevor's a doctor, so I believe everything that he's saying. Um, this was also the Baja Blasting of the week.
The Baja Blast. Is it 30?
Is
Yeah,
this
that's a 31, 32 pointer. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is the
yeah?
Baja
Is
Blast of the
this
week?
We
that
can tell
is
Mitch
so
doesn't pay that much
obviously
attention.
yeah, you haven't been paying attention to the podcast. So the Baja Blasting of the week was coined by Cody Nels.
Ah,
It is the phrase that we use for the team that got the biggest blowout of the week.
ah,
Yeah, not the team that scored the least points, the team that lost the worst.
got it.
So this week, Andrew got Baja blasted.
Nice.
Um, and then let's move on here to the next one, right? We got, man, I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I'm devastated that we did not get to do a Vampire
Yeah,
Judy's
who's not devastated though?
Tanner.
You know who's not devastated is Tanner. He's not
Yeah,
devastated. I'm sorry, Tanner. I was really cheering for the vampire.
yeah, yeah.
Even though I play the vampire next week, I really wanted the vampire to pull one out. Pull
I
one out.
wanted that Vampire dub. I
Mm,
just think that the Vampire team with Christian McCaffrey all of a sudden becomes a genuine like team. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
because you got the Qs there. You got Quinshon Judkins. You got Quentin
Yeah.
Johnson. I mean, those two really good players that were pretty unbelievable that they were available after the draft.
Now,
And then Jackson Dart played
this
good.
is
Yeah, the two defenses were pretty rough.
I mean, it's brutal to think that had you just picked a different defense, you'd be walking away with Christian McCaffrey.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any defense that scored less than 3 points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I say possibly. Like it could have ended up being a different player, but you
It
don't
could
know.
have just been no one in the defense.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play defense.
But Tanner survived. If he just played Kenneth Gainwell, it wouldn't have been that
Wouldn't have been
close.
close. Yeah.
But Tanner, I know you're feeling good. You survived the vampire. You don't have to worry about it the rest of the season. So good luck with your team. Just hope that your Tanner's team has dealt so many injuries. But Aaron, I like how Aaron was saying should Tanner just sit Jordan Love so he doesn't risk losing him? Had he done that, he would have lost the game.
Yeah.
So be
Yeah.
careful with those strategies on the vampire, because you never know when your players are going to have a big game that brings you back into it.
That's right.
But-
All right. Next up, I think this is the last one of the week. We got Levi's Logs and the Space Truckers.
Space suckers sucking it up.
What a high scoring game this was.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, so what? You got Bo Nix had a pretty good game against somebody. I don't know who that was that he played. Bijan Robinson went crazy again. I mean,
He did,
Bijan
in fact.
Robinson having a great year. Mitchell, what else do you see going on here?
I see two people whose defenses are just out of this world.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Detroit got 19 points on defense.
Yeah, either one of these defenses would have been a game changer in the Vampire Dewey matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's so weird to see a defense score more than 10 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even just the fact that this was the third highest point scorer on his team, beating out his quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You don't see that often.
No.
Levi's team is the scariest team in this whole season.
Really? Why's that?
I just feel like Levi's team is performing so well.
They are 3-1. What
Who
about
did-
Matt's team? His
who do
team's
they-
4-0.
Yeah. No, Matt's team, Matt, Levi, and for a while Josiah. Like those three teams are the teams that I've been like eyeing as like the teams that
Yeah.
I'm afraid to play. But
Let's see. You were going to ask who did Levi lose to, right?
yeah, who did Levi lose to?
We're going to find out.
Levi,
He lost to.
you got it. Yeah, I
don't know.
don't want to go away from the screen.
I'm going to find out. But Levi's running backs, again, just crushed it, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Levi beat the Vampire. Levi just absolutely destroyed Zach. So Levi lost week 1. He lost to Aaron. Week 1.
Oh wow.
So, and now Aaron's 1-3. Could be easily 3-1. But no, Levi, tough loss for Malik Neighbors there, right? Out for the rest of the season. So Levi, you can safely drop him, and you need to figure out who you're going to put in that wide receiver spot.
T. Higgins. What a letdown.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro, it's just pick a Bengal this year and just say what a letdown, then you'll be accurate.
Yeah, they'll all meet that stats. Yeah, then on the bench here, right? We got I don't know, not a ton going on there on the bench.
He's got another kicker
Yeah.
who scored 18 freaking points.
That's awesome. That's hilarious, actually. Levi, there's your answer for wide receiver. Jordan Addison, that's who you're probably going to want to start in your lineup, I would think. But what else we got here? Tua, Tyler Algier. I know Jacob's looking for a running back this week. I don't know if Jacob ever picked up a running back. I told him how to do it, but I don't know if he's going to.
Who needs a running back?
Let's see if Jacob picked up a running back. He has not. Nope, Jacob still needs a running back, and he still has Josh Johnson on his team, which I really don't understand that. But whatever, it's Jacob. He can do what he wants.
He is in fact allowed to do what he wants.
Yep. All right, Mitchell. What else? What else you got for us? I know you were excited to join us this week.
Yeah, no, I was just excited to join this week because I was excited that it was a week where I had something to actually talk about that wasn't I want to push my team off a ledge.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think overall? Just like looking at the whole standings, what are your thoughts? Like who, um, or just say something.
I, I'm very surprised that the winner of last season is sitting at 0 and 4.
Sure.
Surprised about that. Matt, Josiah, and Levi right now, I just feel like are just a trifecta of domination. They
What about
are.
Trevor?
What about Trevor?
Oh, I get yeah. Like,
Is it still a trifecta when you add Trevor in
what
there?
would that be? A quadzilla. Let's go quadzilla.
Qua-
That's what it's called. Yeah, you got it.
The quadzilla of domination. I love it.
You know, my favorite stat here is that Jacob is the second highest point scorer of the whole league with 433. The only person to score more than him is Matt. Yet he is 1 and 3 and Matt is 4 and 0.
It's the luck of the draw, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
That
just
is funny. That is funny how
we
that
don't know how
works
to
out,
pick a
though.
running back.
yeah, that'll do it.
Let me see.
Yeah, he's not going to be getting too many points if he doesn't have an extra running back. So
Who does Vampire Dewey play?
We can
Next
find
me.
out.
he's playing
Oh,
me
is he
this
by you,
week.
Sam?
Playing Sam.
Yep. So I'm pretty much playing myself.
Let's
So-
take a look at this one here and see how we think the Vampire Dewey wins. What's his
Yeah,
method,
so
his path to victory?
bye week. I will say bye weeks do start this week. So make sure that you don't start your bye week players. But with that said, I had to pick up a couple. I picked up Arizona defense. They're playing the Titans this week, so that should be pretty good.
Is there really no one better than DeAndre Hopkins to play here?
I mean,
There was somebody on
probably is.
on his bench.
Yeah, Alec Pierce is better,
Alec
right?
Pierce. Yeah, but would you rather start DeAndre Hopkins or Alec Pierce?
Alec Pierce.
I guess if they don't have Lamar, then yeah, that makes sense. They're playing Houston.
Sam, since you are effectively playing both of these, how devastated would you be if Vampire Dewey does beat your actual team?
I mean, that would stink. I wouldn't like that. I was talking with Trevor last week about like maybe I do something where I intentionally lose to try and make the vampire better.
So
to
Vampire
help
Dewey
with other
progressively
teams.
has a great team by the end of this.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you kind of use that as a tool to take other teams down, but I think if I was maybe in a better spot than 2 and 2, I might consider that. But
Have we given any thought to, in that scenario, if you decide to go scorched earth and do that approach,